What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's doing excellent. Thank you to everybody joining us on the stream last night. It was a lot of fun. Got all Primetime's notes from camp. The chat was in mid-season form, which was a lot of fun. So definitely appreciate all the support. We're going to be live every Monday night at 8 o'clock, Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. So today, the first padded practice, and the most thing that you focus on is just injuries. Get out of these sessions healthy with the heat, the intensity. You know, everybody wants to play physical. Some guys are trying to earn playing time. Some guys are trying to earn roster spots. This is where things kind of get a little heated. So get out of this session healthy is paramount. Other than that, you look at some of the storylines. And obviously, it seems like day in and day out, Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson are putting on a show, which is just super exciting. It's hard, it's like you see the highlights and you want to see more. You have your, Sauce Gardner always making a big play. DJ Reed with a great pass breakup. But then you look at the other storylines that are out there. And the one really cool one is Jeremy Ruckert starting to emerge a little bit, where it's his first, his second year, but his first year fully healthy. He had an NFL offseason with conditioning, strength and conditioning, and now he's learning this offense. And you think Hackett's going to find ways to get him open or just give him opportunities. I think he can flourish with that. So you wonder how they use him. Will they move him around? Can they use him as a hybrid? Put him in the backfield maybe? I think as they see his skill set, his role can expand. The other guy you hear about a lot is Nick Bawden at fullback, which, the Jets want to run the football. Maybe you have that the lead fullback in front of him. If he can play special teams, maybe he makes this roster. That's something to keep an eye on all throughout the preseason. Then it comes down to the offensive line, which remains my concern until Dwayne Brown can get back in practice and prove he's healthy and he's serviceable. So the one story that came out was that, Connor Hughes he's kind of leaking some things out there, and he says he thinks Max Mitchell, who's solid praise in this press conference, could be the odds-on favorite to play right tackle. He's playing that well. He has the faith of the coaching staff. He's healthy. He looks good. He looks physical. So if that's the case, then what happens to Mekhi Becton, who unfortunately today, according to all reports, had a rough practice. Now, it's the first day in pads, and Mekhi hasn't played in 2 years, and he's got a lot going on right now in terms of just getting back healthy, getting back in the mix, learning the offense, and all these other things. So he's off to a slow start, and you knew once that happened, social media was going to be like, you know what? He played like this against the Packers. He played like this against the Eagles, where speed guys off the edge were getting past him. So today it was Carl Lawson and Will McDonald, both very explosive players. I mean, Will McDonald I haven't seen in person yet, but you got to assume with his speed and athleticism, that could be the case. So for Mekhi, I'm not panicking yet. This is at left tackle, but the thing you got to worry about is, and Salah mentioned it too, is like, how long can you get adjusted to his new frame, first of all, because he's a lot leaner, a lot smaller, how he adjusts to that, how strong is he? And then it's how much confidence does he have in his leg until he feels comfortable just moving around and not thinking about it. Like when you have an injury, like I kickbox, when you hurt your leg doing something, when you go back to kick somebody, you're hesitant, man. Or when you get hit there, you're kind of like, you have to go through that period where you just feel comfortable. Like, all right, I made these moves over and over. Nothing's going to happen. You get more confidence. Or if I dealt with a bull rush from Carl Lawson, I can handle him. He can do all these things. It's going to take time for him to get his confidence back. Now, the question is, while he's trying to get that confidence back, can he get surpassed by somebody else? So when Dwayne Brown comes back, do they move him over to the right and say, okay, listen, it's you versus Max Mitchell? It gets interesting. And how does he handle it? And what is his attitude like? What is his mindset like? There's been mentions that maybe could the Jets consider trading him? And I think as of now, you can't do that because the Jets have a lot of depth, which is a good thing, but that could change in a heartbeat. You could have a rough week of practice, you lose two guys, and then you go, which once was depth is now a hole. So to me, Becton isn't going anywhere right now unless he becomes a problem in the locker room where he's not happy with how he's being used, he's not happy with the reps he's getting, because I think right now the Jets are kind of taking the approach where it's like if you're kind of a malcontent or you're a disruptive force, you're going to be gone. I think that's why Mims is gone, Elijah Moore is gone. I think they're not going to mess around this year. So this is something to keep an eye on, man. Like, and this video is not an anti-Becton thing. I mean, I'm rooting for him. If you have a healthy, dominant Becton, that's a good thing. But if he's not playing to that level, and Max Mitchell could be a guy who put at right tackle for the next 5 years, and you kind of have a feeling Becton is not going to be here next year no matter how he plays, maybe that's the Jets' vision right now. They, like I said, they have a lot of depth. But to me, everything is contingent on Dwayne Brown coming back healthy. Maybe that's what the Jets are doing too, saying, you know what? We want to have Dwayne Brown come back, make sure he's healthy, can prove himself. If that's the case, maybe they say, you know what, Mekhi, maybe you can explore trade options. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I wasn't, I'm just reading reports. I talked to a couple of people that go to practice, and we'll see what happens. But Connor Hughes is on top of this, though, where he's kind of putting things in the air. And it's kind of, sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. So Stay tuned. You never know. And I'll talk to you later.